San Cristobal's main street shimmered with the heat of an August afternoon. At 2:43 p.m., pregnant with her first child, Alara Vance trudged home. A bag of diapers in one hand, a carton of milk in the other, her back ached and her swollen feet burned. All she wanted was the cool, quiet apartment just minutes away. A voice, sharp and cold, cut through the heavy stillness. "Hey you, stop right there." Alara turned slowly. A tall, broad man in a perfectly pressed police uniform strode toward her. His name tag read Officer Ronan Thorne. His square jaw and dead-eyed stare made her chest tighten. One hand rested on his holstered pistol, the other hovered near his radio. "Is there a problem, officer?" Alara forced her voice to stay steady. "Oh, there's a problem," he sneered. "Where'd you get those items?" "I bought them." "At the corner store," she replied, adjusting her grip on the milk. "Sure you did. Let's see the receipt." She shifted the bag to search her purse, her free hand instinctively covering her belly. Sweat slicked her palms. "I can't find it. And I don't have to show you unless—" "Unless what?" "You're resisting," he cut in, stepping closer. "I'm pregnant," she said, her voice tightening. "I just want to go home. I didn't steal anything." In the next moment, he grabbed her arm hard enough to make her gasp. The bag slipped, milk spilling over the pavement. "Please, my baby," she cried, but he shoved her against the hood of his patrol car. "You shouldn't be stealing with a belly like that," Thorne sneered. "Might be doing that kid a favor if I let you drop right here." His elbow slammed in her side, pain shooting through her. "I told you I didn't steal anything," she screamed. "Show me the receipt, or I'll arrest you right now," he said, his fingers drumming on the pistol grip that Alara's voice trembled. "We can go back to the store. Check the cameras. Please, don't make me laugh." "You people always have an excuse," he said, leaning in until she could smell his stale cigarette breath. "You're all the same. A drain on the system." Her fear flared into anger. "What did you just call me?" "A parasite. Walking around like the world owes you something." He spat. Alara clenched her jaw, fighting tears. "So, you're arresting me for buying diapers?" "I'm arresting you because I feel like it," he said, twisting her arm behind her back until she cried out. "Should have kept your mouth shut." A sudden stab of pain made her double over. Thorne's grip only tightened. "One more move and I put a bullet in that belly," he whispered. Her breath caught, then screeching tires. A black sedan skidded to a stop a few yards away. A door slammed. Thorne didn't look up. "What's the matter?" "All quiet now." "How many fathers does that kid have?" "1, 3. Alara's eyes locked on the man, striding toward them. The fear on her face vanished, replaced by something else entirely. "You have no idea who you just messed with," she murmured. Thorne chuckled. But the footsteps grew louder, measured and deliberate. Something in the air shifted. He turned his head and found himself face to face with Captain Adrian Vega, his superior. He wore no uniform, just a white dress shirt with the sleeves rolled up, his badge hanging on a chain. His face was unreadable stone. "What the hell is this, Thorne?" Vega's voice carried like a warning bell. Thorne stiffened. "Sir," she wasn't cooperating. "Possible theft. Resisting. Possible what?" Vega's tone was ice as he moved closer. He glanced at Alara's bruised arm, her scraped knee, the milk pooling at her feet. She didn't identify herself. "Sir, that's my sister," Vega cut in, his voice low but lethal. "You just put your hands on my pregnant sister." Thorne's mouth opened, then shut. "Sir, I didn't know." "A parasite. A leech. That's what you called her." Thorne paled. "You're misunderstanding." Vega closed the space between them until Thorne could feel his breath. "I'm not misunderstanding a damn thing." For a moment, the street went silent except for the hum of cicadas. Thorne's hand twitched toward his radio, but Vega's stare froze him. Alara shifted against the car, breathing hard, her mind racing. She'd seen this look in her brother's eyes only once before, and the man on the receiving end hadn't walked away unscathed. Vega's voice dropped to a whisper only Thorne could hear. "You had no idea how badly you just screwed up." Thorne swallowed, his gaze flicking toward the sedan, as if realizing for the first time there were others inside. Alara saw it too. Through the tinted glass, a shadow moved. Someone else was here, watching. Vega glanced toward the car, then back at Thorne. His expression changed just slightly, but enough to make Alara's stomach twist. "Get in the car," Vegas said suddenly, his tone clipped. Thorne blinked. "Sir? Now. Both of you." Alara's heart lurched. "Adrian, what's going on?" But her brother didn't answer. He just looked at her, and she realized there was something in his eyes she hadn't expected. Not just anger, something darker. The back door of the black sedan opened. A man in a charcoal suit stepped out, his face hidden in shadow. He spoke quietly, but the words carried. "Is this her?" Vega's jaw tightened. Alara froze. Thorne looked between them, confusion giving way to something like fear. "Yeah," Vegas said finally. "This is her." The man in the suit smiled. "Good. Then let's go." Alara's pulse thundered in her ears. Her brother's hand was firm, but not gentle, as he guided her toward the black sedan. "Adrian, what is this?" "Who is that man?" she demanded, resisting just enough to force him to meet her eyes. "Get in the car," he repeated, his voice low. "It's not safe to talk here." Thorne, still rattled, obeyed without a word, sliding into the back seat opposite her. The man in the charcoal suit stepped aside, letting them in, then shut the door himself before walking around to the driver's seat. The interior was ice cold, smelling faintly of leather and cologne. Alara's mind spun. This wasn't how her brother usually operated, especially not after seeing her assaulted. "Adrian, tell me now." "Not here." He cut her off, his eyes darting to the driver, then to Thorne. "Both of you keep quiet." The sedan eased into motion, leaving Main Street behind. Through the tinted glass, Alara caught glimpses of San Cristobal flashing past. Familiar streets gave way to an unfamiliar industrial area on the outskirts of town. Thorne cleared his throat. "Sir, I don't understand. Are we under arrest?" The driver's voice was calm, but it carried a chilling weight. "No, you're here because you've been noticed." Alara stiffened. "Noticed by who?" The man glanced at her in the rearview mirror. His eyes were a pale, piercing gray. "People who deal in problems. And today, you became one. Both of you." Her stomach tightened. She turned to her brother. "Adrian, what is this man talking about?" Vega's jaw was set, but his voice was softer now. "Alara, the guy who stopped you, Thorne, he's been on our radar for months. Complaints, excessive force, targeting certain people. But I didn't expect you to be the one he went after." "That doesn't explain why I'm in this car," she shot back. The driver's lips curved into a faint smile. "Because now you're leverage." A cold shiver ran down her spine. "Leverage for what?" He didn't answer. Instead, the sedan slowed, pulling into a gated warehouse yard. The heavy steel gates rolled shut behind them with a mechanical groan. Inside, the space was dimly lit, the air tinged with oil and metal. Several men stood near a table, their faces obscured in shadow. The driver cut the engine and stepped out. Adrian turned to her. "Stay close to me." She wanted to believe him, but his grip on her elbow felt less like protection and more like possession. Thorne muttered, "What is this place?" One of the shadowed men spoke, his voice low but commanding. "Bring them here." Adrian led Alara forward. The man in the suit placed a single folder on the table and opened it. Inside were photographs, grainy surveillance shots of Thorne, of Adrian, and of Alara walking down Main Street that afternoon. She stared at the images, her throat going dry. "Why are there pictures of me?" The man's gray eyes met hers. "Because, Ms. Vance, you've just stepped into something much bigger than a traffic stop. And whether you walk out of here alive depends entirely on the choice you make."